Hi, this is Charlene Harris with Usborne Books and the Great Dream Builders team. And I'm going to share with you today about promoting to team leader. It is a worthy goal, and I love sharing with you about it. I'm going to use a PowerPoint presentation, and I am also recording this so that you can watch it later. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And here we go. Let me set up the screen. Hold on just for a few minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Sorry it took so long. I'm going to go ahead and start the presentation, and we'll have time. We won't have questions afterwards, but you can always, I'll put my email up and you can always email me questions later. So, all right. Okay, so this is the first slide, and the title, as you can see, is Step Up and Lead. So there's many reasons why people go ahead and promote to team leader, and several of them are here on this slide. The first one is to increase your family time, to build relationships. Most jobs that we do take us away from our family, but Usborne is truly one of those jobs that you can work alongside your family. As you know, as a consultant, you can add your family into it and they can work with you through it. As a team leader, that doesn't change. You still can schedule in lots and lots of family time. You are in charge of your schedule, even as a team leader. In fact, that's how we'll train you, is to be totally in charge of your schedule. So a lot of people don't realize this about themselves, but they love getting recognition and awards. I just got back from the Usborne convention last week, and lots of people walked across the stage earning awards for the work that they did the previous year. And it's pretty amazing, and it's very exciting. And you've probably already heard that upper level team leaders get a tiara. And that's really fun. And you get to walk around with a tiara on your head all weekend. And you think that sounds weird, but wait, you go and see it one time and you won't think it's weird. You'll think it's great. So there's also development. I know that I came to Usborne unskilled, uninterested in setting goals or anything like that, and pretty pitiful, in fact. But through the years, I have learned lots and lots of skills, from technical, computer, speaking skills, selling skills, goal setting skills, organization skills, amazing amount of things. It has really shaped me as a person. I am a very capable, productive person partly because of Usborne. You have to learn these things, but it's good that you do, and you'll be glad that you did. Okay, Usborne is a very lucrative business. There are no limits as to how much you can make on it. We even say it's recession-proof, because during that terrible downtime, Usborne just kept right along, trudging along, and we kept making money, and it was great. Even women whose husbands lost their jobs, they were able to pick up with their business and increase it a little bit and replace that income that they had lost. And many of them stayed with it and built nice, large teams, and are happy that actually happened to them. One really great reason to become a team leader is that you get to help other people succeed. I know that we are women of integrity, and it's really hard for us just to go ahead and do this job just to make money. We sort of don't look at it things like that. We need to be able to give back to people. So with being a team leader, you get to give lots back to other women. You get to help them succeed. You invest in their lives, and that's truly is highly rewarding to me. At least I really like it. And then the last, of course, is the income. You make quite a bit more money being a team leader than you do a consultant. So first of all, I look at being a consultant as having a job. You have books to sell, and that's what you do. And depending on how much time and effort you put into it, that's how much money you make. There is one bad part about it, being a consultant, is that you do have a ceiling on how much you can make. It's your time, your 24 hours in a day. Even if you worked Usborne, 24/7, and every minute of the day, you still have a cap on it as to how much you can make, because it's just you. Now, on the other hand, when you have a team and you're a team leader, you actually have a business. You and your team are working, and even when you're at home with the children, playing or going to school activities or taking care of somebody or something like that, you're still earning money because your team is still working, and with all of you guys, you're all making nice income together. So I say that your income is based on how much you work as just one person, but with a team, you have unlimited potential. You can make your team as big as you want, and you can actually earn as much money as you want. So the requirements to promote, they're pretty simple actually, and they're not very hard, I think. You need 3 success-bound recruits. You need 1,000 in personal sales 2 months in a row. 2 months in a row. And then you and your team need to do 2,750 in group sales the same 2 months. So those are the 3 requirements that go along with it. Now, a success-bound recruit means they have sold $1,000 in sales in their first 12 weeks with the company. That's their incentive period. You probably already know this. The home office sends you a date, gives you a date when your incentive period ends, and if you have sold $1,000 or more in that time period, you are called a success-bound consultant. So you need to have 3 of those on your team, 3 people. So it means they're actually working, and if someone's actually working, it's pretty easy to get to success-bound. Alrighty, and then with the group sales, something I want to point out, that the group sales, your personal sales, the 1,000 in personal that you have, also is included in the group sales. So really it means your team has to do 1,750 if you look at it that way. So everybody on your team has to do that much, and you do 1,000, and that's your requirements for. Now, of course, in all these requirements, you can do quite a bit more if you want. So this is what an override looks like. This is if you are a team leader, and forgive my dog when he barks, but he will. You can see that the top square, the green square, says you and your central group. What the central group means is it's your sales, and the sales of everyone that you sponsor in, or anyone on your team sponsors somebody in. That's all part of your central group. And you make an 8.5% override on these people. It's paid out by the company, which I love. None of it comes from your consultants. They get every bit of the money, the commission that they signed on for. And also, what I also love is they have the opportunity, just like you, to promote a team leader and earn this override themselves. It's not restricted. Everyone can become a team leader. In fact, the Dream Builders, the greater team, the Dream Builders team, you might be on a team underneath that. We encourage you to promote. We have a culture of promoting on the Dream Builders team because we know that it's the best thing for you. It's where you'll make the most money, you'll have the most fun. We love being team leaders. We love making that money, of course, but we also love investing into women's lives, having friends, having a team to work with. Let's say your calendar gets so full, you can then pass down to your team some of these events. They can work them, and you still make money off of it. You make your override. So The way the whole structure is set up, it's a win-win-win for everybody, for the company, for you, for your upline, and for your consultants. If you have somebody, or let's say when you have somebody that promotes out that's on your team, so they go ahead and do the requirements and they promote out and they become a team leader, they would then be your first line. The boxes in red are your first line, and on that line you would make 5.5% on that. So that's nice. Even though they promote out and you want them to, you still earn significant money on them. But at this point, you're working less with them. Now, I never abandon anybody. All of my team leaders can call me at any time, ask for help at any time, have training at any time. So none of us abandon any of us. And you've probably already noticed that on the Dream Builders Facebook page, there's lots and lots of help. If your team leader or sponsor is not available, somebody will answer your question, most of the time at least. Okay, so your first line, you earn 5.5%. Then, as somebody on those groups promote out, they become your second line. And on your second line, the purple boxes, you make 4.4% on their sales too. And that's nice because you are working with them even less, because there is a whole nother line, another team leader between you and them who is also working with them and keeping their eye on them and helping them. And then again, from that purple group, that's the fourth or the second line, another line promotes out. That would be your third line, and you make 1% off of that. Now this line is a little special. Only upper level leaders earn on this line. And we highly encourage you to keep promoting. As you promote people out and you help them to promote people out, you will just naturally grow up in promotions yourself. You'll go from a team leader to a senior team leader to a executive team leader to a director, I believe. That's the 4 levels. I might have missed a level in there. I'll have to look that up. But when you're ready for that, I'll definitely make sure you know what I'm talking about with that. But to receive the third line payment of 1%, you need to be an upper level leader, executive or more, okay? Alrighty, so you can look for this information on page 28 of your consultant guide. Just go to your back office, under home, back office home, essentials, and then under the consultant guide on page 28. So don't feel like if you don't get it today, you've lost it forever. It's right there for you. Alrighty, these are our leader levels by numbers. So I said that you could go up the ladder in promotion, and that we highly encourage you to do that because of this. You'll be excited when you see this. Let me move myself over. So, okay. So as a team leader, you make, and we're just going to look at the hours and the hourly rate here, but you make, if you work 13.5 hours, and that's what the average team leader does. It says here that 783 leaders were polled in May, just last month, 2016, as to how much they work, how much they make. So an average team leader works 13.5 hours. That's not even part-time, and they make $20 an hour. That's great. I know for a fact that you cannot find a job out there that you can make much more than $10 an hour for part-time work. And that's 20 hours a week that you have to leave the home. And most of your hours of those 13.5 are going to be in the home here. So as a senior team leader, that's the next level up. That's when you actually promote out a team leader from your group. Working 17 hours a week, they make 34 plus dollars an hour. So that's really a great pay. And remember, you're also being paid on those people that have promoted out from your group. So it's great. The next level is executive leader. And for 19 hours a week, they make 37 plus dollars an hour. And so the pay just keeps going up. The time really just stays about the same. I mean, these are all part-time hours if you look at it. And then here's the level that I didn't say last time, senior executive leader. That's 22 hours a week, and they make 43 plus dollars an hour, and all the way up to director. I'm a director. I've been a director for quite a while now, and I make actually more than these rates here. but it's around 28 hours a week. And I would say that's probably how much I work. It's hard to tell because I do work almost every day except for Sundays, but I don't work 8 hours every day. So I'd have to really stop and chart it to see how much I really work and to write those numbers down. But on the average, 28 hours a week, and they make 76 plus hours an hour, which I do make more than that. And I think it's great. So this is a lot more income for about the same amount of work, part-time work. So right here shows you the value of becoming a team leader and starting your trek up the ladder to all these promotions. Okay, so the way to get started. Now, it's great to be inspired and you want to do it, but what do you do? The how-tos of it all. I'm a how-to person. I'm a very practical person. I really like to know the details of, well, how do I do this? I'm inspired. Let's go. The first thing I want to talk to you about is just deciding you want to. If I said to you, Sally, hey, you want to work on promoting to team leader? And you said, yeah, sure, I'd love to someday, sometime. That's out in the universe somewhere, and it virtually means nothing except that you're a positive person. So to begin your journey to promotion, you really have to make a decision. Yes, I want to promote. Yes, I am going to work on it. And yes, here's my plan of action. So that's really important. Don't skip that step. You don't want to get halfway through it and think, well, I never really decided to do this, because you're going to need that decision, that strong commitment in the middle of it when things, maybe a day it's not going so well, or it looks like it's not going to happen or something like that. You'll need that strength from making that decision to keep yourself going and to get over the hump. So what it does, once you've decided, it gives you a clear focus. Definitely, because, there's so many details of this job and so many opportunities with it and so many people to talk to and listen to, and every one of them has the key to success, right? This is going to make you successful. Well, once you decide to start focusing on promotion, you narrow your focus then, and you get a very clear, it all comes into perspective, what you need to work on, what you need to do to accomplish that goal. It also helps you decide to choose the time, which is important. A wise woman knows when a good time to do something is. It would be sad if you started your journey on promotion, but most of the month was taken up with vacation, in which you really couldn't work on it. So if you thought it through ahead of time, you might think, well, this is a great month for preparation, but I'm not going to actually start my promotion 2 months until the vacation is over, something like that, or whatever's going on in your life. I know I have a wedding. My daughter's getting married this year, and so I am scheduling my time and looking at it carefully as to when I want to do things, earning the next trip, different things like that. So it helps you also get prepared. You can take however long you want to get prepared, but you do need some preparation time. So you want to go ahead and look at your schedule and get yourself prepared to do a grand effort. And then the last thing, get help. Go to your team leader, go to your sponsor, go to your team leader, go to her upline, and find the help that you need. And all of us relate to people in different ways. You may not connect with your team leader as much as you would like to, and that's okay. Different personalities work better with different personalities. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm sure there is a personality out there, an Uzzy buddy, a upline team leader, another consultant on your team that you work really well with and you can really receive from them. So don't stop just because you don't feel like you connect. Go out and look for somebody that you do connect with. Okay. So one of the first things to do is to get out a calendar. I love planning calendars, and I just realized that this year I really like paper ones. They really help me plan. However, I'm also very attached to electronics, my cell phone and so on. So I'm trying to pair the two together. It's not always successful, but I'm trying to do it. So you want to look at your calendar. Alrighty, I just went the wrong way, excuse me. Then you want to talk with your family because it is a 2-month push. You could say 2 or 3 months. So you want to let them know that you're going to be very busy, but this won't be their life forever. and that soon you'll be a team leader making more money, and you will then cause your business to fit into your life. But you might want to just schedule some time, away from everything else. Not totally. You can't leave your family and certain really important things, but you can, not accept other things during this 2-month push. Everybody wants to talk to me today. Okay. Then you want to choose your best 3 months. Very important to decide when is the best time for you to go ahead and do this. The best 3 months. You have the most time, the most business, so on and so forth. We'll talk about that a little more later. So September, October, November are typically the best months of the year, and because it's the holiday selling season. And you'll find that you'll have many, many more opportunities for parties, book fairs, booths, all kinds of things, even just Christmas buying during these times.
Hi, Charlie. My name is Katie J, and I'm calling from Billings, Montana.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here. All right. So what I want to talk about these is, let me get my train of thought. Okay. So September, October, November are the best months of the year to promote. However, these are also the best months to earn an override on. The most money is coming in. Most businesses find that 50% of their yearly sales happen in September, October, and November, and December. Those are great months to earn some money on. So if you're ready to go, look at your schedule and see if you can go ahead and do it now. Get it done so that during those really busy months, you're making more money, earning more money off of things. So getting started, the first thing, look at your calendar. Now, I want you to book up your calendar. And I don't mean one party a month or even 2 parties a month. I think, actually, to be honest with you, the minimum is maybe 1 party a week. So 4 parties a month is the minimum. So if you can up that to 6 or 8 parties a month, even better. Because what happens is you need to meet people. You need to go out there where the people are. You need to find the ones who would like a job like this and offer them information. You need to book other parties and fill up your calendar and keep meeting the people. And of course, all this hard work that you're doing is also just going to make your business grow. You're going to end up promoting to team leader, making more money, probably earning the trip to Disney at the same time. All the sales count for all of this. And growing your business. I have way more business than you do because I've been at it longer than you, and I have a huge customer base. So just in a typical month, from all the people I've worked with in the past years, I have lots of sales. So building up that customer base is really important, and the only way to do it is to get out there and meet people. So one of my first suggestions to you is that you set up a Facebook party or 2. In fact, maybe you should have one every month. Your own Facebook party. They can be themed parties. They can be a grandma party. They can be a baby shower party. They could be don't let your children's brains drain in the summer parties, or stack up on books for vacation party, different things like that. There's many, many ideas out there, but every month you have your own Facebook party. I know you know more than one group of friends, and you can tap into those groups. Maybe it's your church group, maybe it's your neighborhood group or your work group or your mom's group. Whatever it is, you know a lot of them. Make a list of all the groups you know and start booking your own parties. Also, I think people are starting to really start to get interested in live parties again. They want to touch the books. They want to feel the books, especially at Christmas time. They want to know what they're getting. So they like to have live parties where they can touch the books and see the books and talk one-on-one with a consultant. So you can start looking at your calendar and circle the days you want to have Facebook and live parties on for yourself. Also, here's another idea. With the new titles coming out in July 1, go ahead and have a new titles party. Yahoo! People love new titles. Okay, check out your daycares and preschools in your area. You do not have to be an EC to work with daycares and preschools. So visit them, make sure always ask. This is the polite thing to do. Do you have a consultant already, or are you working with somebody already before you plow through? But you can do a book fair with them. You can set up a display in their teacher's lounge. You can just bring a few titles in and show the director the great new titles she just absolutely needs to have right now, and you can sell them to them on the spot. Or she might want to have a catalog and look through and put a nice order together, and you can tell her that you can give her a discount on it if she has an order more than $500. So those are all really good things to do. Look for holiday booths to sell your books at. Right now is a good time. Google craft fairs, holiday booths in your zip code and see what's going on around your town. Don't wait till they start putting up the signs. It's a little late for that then. So look for them now and get set up. It's always great to have a booth. You can meet a mass amount of people in a short amount of time. Even if you don't sell a lot at that booth, you can book a lot of parties and meet a lot of potential recruits at those booths. Okay, let everyone know you're going for a promotion and ask them if they'll help you out. Announce on your Facebook page you're going for a promotion. Let your people know. And it's important. Remember, if you've been trained at all by the Dream Builders, you know that it's really important that you don't just announce your business, just announce a party, that you personally invite people to it. It's the only thing that stands out these days. Everything else can be ignored, but if you personally message, text, email, or talk with somebody and tell them about your business, it goes a long way for them to first notice it, and then second, actually act on it because you're standing right there in front of them. Listen to trainings. If there's an area of your life that of your Usborne business that you're not great at, and that's okay, we're not all great at everything. It's a wise woman that knows her limitations, I always say. But do go out and seek to learn about that. If you don't feel like you're a great recruiter, then go listen to recruiting talks. Definitely ask your team leader, who does she know that's really good at recruiting that you might talk with, or you might listen to their recordings, even follow them on YouTube, something like that. Definitely go out and be proactive and get help for it. If you're not great at booking from your Facebook parties or your live parties, there's a reason, because these are great books. It's not your personality. It's not that people don't like you or they don't like Usborne books. You're probably just not approaching it right. You need to always present the books first and then what each person gets out of it, because remember, in this business, it's all about their life. It's nothing about yours. So it might be just something you need to tweak, which changes everything for you. I've discovered through the years that most areas that I was not succeeding at wasn't because I had to throw it all out and start over again. I just had to tweak something till it started running more smoothly. Okay, know what the requirements are. Now, I told you a little bit what the requirements are, but I want you to go to your consultant guide, and I want you to look up the requirements and memorize them. I want you to know everything you need to do, be fully prepared, and then start planning. Get yourself a planner if you want to, where you can write things down and set yourself some goals. I don't know if you're a goal lover or not, but I'm telling you, this is a self-motivated job. If you don't set goals, you have nowhere to go. You don't know where to go. You wake up in the morning and you sort of wander around till you figure out something you want to do. If you have some clear-cut goals and it's written down, you can wake up in the morning and you know exactly what you need to do that day and what you need to work on. So it's kind of a good tool to learn if you're not a goal lover. And if you're just a casual goal maker, maybe you need to look at it a little harder to see some tips that you might learn that can help you improve in that area too. And dream big. Don't dream little. Dream big, because what's that saying? If you shoot for the moon and land in the stars, you've done really well. Okay, embrace calling and contacting people. Now, I have calling here, but of course we all know that texting, messaging, emailing, and seeing people in person are all very good ways. But do avoid announcing, just trying to announce when you're asking somebody to do something. There's a real difference between a blast email or a blast post or something like that than actually one-on-one, message to message, email to email persons in, asking them personally, will you help me with this? Would you like to do this, and would you help me with it? You can schedule yourself a no challenge, and all that is to see how many no's you can get in a certain period of time. What it does, it takes that pressure off for getting a no. The no becomes a positive, and your business really is just a number game. If you go through enough numbers, you will find the people that want to do this. Now, there is one little hesitation I have here. If you've gone through 20 people and all you've gotten is no's, maybe you're speaking wrong. Maybe you're saying it wrong. I've heard people say to someone, you don't want to have a party, do you? Where you're begging them to say no to you. So maybe it's the way you phrase it. Again, go to your team leader or her upline and ask her how she phrases it. Okay, so stay close to your team leader and your sponsor, and get yourself an Uzzy buddy. Again, I said it, earlier, that find somebody that you can relate to. An Uzzy buddy is someone you like working with. You can bounce ideas off. You can encourage each other. You can comfort each other when things don't go well, but you can also challenge each other when you're not quite putting out the effort. I started this business with an Uzzy buddy, Sharon Regal. It made all the difference in the world for me. I am not sure I'd be here today if it wasn't for Sharon doing alongside of me. We have different skill sets, and that has really come in handy through the years. So find an Uzzy buddy. If you don't have one in your area, sign up your friend, your best friend. Okay, so here's a cute picture. Never give up. And I love this picture because it's the crane and the frog. They're in a really big struggle with each other about who's going to win. Either the crane's going to eat the frog, or the frog's, going to strangle the crane. So never give up is really important. And just to give you a heads up, at some point you are going to feel like giving up, but that's when you have to plow forward and keep going. Usually your upline will help you get through that, and they will believe in you when you've stopped believing in yourself, and that's really important. So here's a quote from Winston Churchill that I absolutely love, and it says, never, never, never give up. If you're going through hell, keep going. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Now, historically, he said this during World War II when England was being bombed to smithereens. I mean, they were losing the war. And he was this strong bulldog of a man. If you see a picture, he looks like a bulldog. But anyway, and he would get on the radio and he would encourage and tell the people, never, never, never give up. And I want to say that to you now, and I'm glad I'm saying it to you now. So when you're going through promotion, you may just have an easy time and sail through it, but there are times when you won't have such an easy time. I want you to remember these words. I want you to think of Winston Churchill. I want you to set your face like a bulldog and declare, I'm never, never, never giving up. Okay? All right, where do you begin? Decide. Remember that word, to make that decision? That's where all your courage is going to come from, all your tenacity, all your willpower, and all your strength. Once you decide, then it's going to happen. Promoting to team leader is a worthy goal that will benefit you and your family. It is an extremely worthy goal. You will also be in a better position to affect change in the world. You know how bad our literacy rates are. You know what our country looks like. Education, poverty, everything that comes out of it, drugs, alcohol, prison, all kinds of stuff. Education is at the bottom of it, that to lift a person out of their circumstances, they need to be educated, and they need to read, and they need to love to read so they can educate themselves. Think to yourself, when you're ready, that this is something you should do. It's not like, oh, I kind of want to do it. Oh, maybe I should do it. But the statement should be, this is something I should do, a very strong declarative. And then this is something you are going to do. You've taken it out of the universe and brought it down onto your desk, your life, your family. So congratulations, you've begun. It was as simple as that. Now there's lots of work ahead of you, but you've started your journey. I'd really like for the very first thing to celebrate this new decision that you have is that you go ahead and set your promotion date. Think about when you want to promote, get that calendar out, talk to your family, look very carefully and closely at it, and decide your months. Remember, it only takes 2 months to promote, but you might want to add a third month in there for preparation. You might be ready. You might already have the Success Bound recruits, and all you now need to go is get the sales, so you're ready for your 2 months. But go ahead and start and get yourself ready. So send in your team leader application. This will alert home office you are working towards promotion. In fact, I think if your team leader application is not in and you promote, that'll hold you up for a whole month. So go ahead and get that in. You can find that on your back office home, essentials, and team leader application. But celebrate by sending that in. Okay, so book up your calendar. Remember, when I say book up your calendar, I mean 4 to 8 parties for those months, the 3 months or the 2 months, whatever time frame you're going to be in. Booking parties, to do it, you've got many options to book up your calendar. You can book a Facebook party, live parties, book fairs, book drives. You can learn about those. Fundraisers, booths, and school and library sales. However, school and library sales are kind of shut down right now, but if you're already an EC, you can continue working with the schools that you have listed. There's nothing hindering you. If you're not an EC yet, that'll be back up soon, and you'll be able to look at the requirements then, and then look if you want to add that to your repertoire. But you can easily promote with just doing Facebook parties, live parties, and the rest of these opportunities that you have. Here's one more that's in there that I didn't put in a balloon, but personal shopping appointments. If a friend doesn't want to have a party, ask her if she'd like you to come over and bring your books and give her a personal shopping time. Tell her if she wants to invite her sister or her neighbor, that's fine too. And then from there, you don't know what will happen. You'll at least get sales, but more than likely with all that personal attention, you'll book a party and possibly even find a recruit in that intimate time with your friends. Okay, so recruit. So when you're thinking about recruiting, where do you begin? The first thing I want to say to you is that don't target people and go out there and try to talk them into it. That's kind of a predator, and we don't want to feel like a predator. Basically, look at yourself like as if you're a billboard or a television commercial. You're giving out the information, and then those are interested will come forward to you. Right? So that's what you want to do. You want to ask people if they'd like information to read all about the business opportunity. There's no obligation to it. It's just information. When you ask someone to join you or to sign up or things like that, without them having enough information to decide if it works for their family or not, it's kind of weird. You've missed a step, and they're going to just kind of look at you funny, like, why should I join you? They don't know why, you know? So do back up a bit, and when you talk to people, ask them first, have they heard of Usborne Books? And if they have, then you can go on and say, well, you know, I do Facebook parties and I do live parties, and see if they'd like to book a party with you. And then before they leave, you can always say, you know, really, I'm actually going for a promotion. If you'd like to help me out by having a party, or if you're interested in the business, I can give you information about it. So you're not asking them to sign on the dotted line. All you're asking, would they like information? So one list of people that you can put together that you might offer information to is to think about, who do you know that you'd like to work with? Who's a good friend or a sister or a neighbor that's really fun, that you would maybe like to go into this business with? You know, they'd be fun to do a booth with, or maybe you could travel a little bit together. Hey, you can go to convention with each other next year. Who do you know that would be fun? And you just give them a call and you say, listen, I started with Usborne Books, and I love it. And I thought of you. Would you like some information to read about it? We could work together. It would be so fun. That's all you do. And then you step back and you let them tell you what they think. And please don't be discouraged if someone says you know. Remember, keep this statement in mind. It's not about you, and it's all about their life. It's nothing to do with your life. It's all about their life. So if they're saying no to you right now, it's okay. There's something in their life that is there that keeps them from wanting to do this for whatever reason. But don't worry. Don't burn your bridges. Stay in contact with them. The studies show that people's lives change every 6 months. So you might contact them later and things might be totally different then, especially if they watch you being successful. They might just come back and say, hey, I want to do that with you. Okay? So the group of your friends that you know that you love and you'd like to work with. People that love books, love kids. That says kids right there, which I need to correct that, but it should be kids. They might like kids too. All right, make your list. All right, who do you know that needs more money? Do you have people that are really struggling out there? They're just not making ends meet. But you also have people out there that maybe they would like to get a swing set for their children, but they can't afford it. Or camp is out of the question this year because there's just no extra money. Or maybe they need a car, like me. They just need a car. They don't want to radically change their life, but they just need a car. They need something. And they want to add another stream of income into their household. Usborne is great because you can add it alongside of something that you're already doing. I don't know what the percentage of people that work full-time that also work with Usborne, but it's a lot. There's a lot of consultants and team leaders out there that also work full-time. And this last little picture of stretching the dollar, sometimes the dollar just doesn't stretch far enough, and a little bit of extra income will really add to the family. Plus, you will empower that woman to help take care of her family. You will. She might even be a single mom, and she needs all the help she can get. So we have an opportunity where we can offer something to them that possibly might make the difference in their lives and their families' lives. Okay, money, money, money. So again, make your list and contact these people. And this is what I say. I say, oh, I heard that you are you'd love to buy a swing set, but you don't have the extra money. Or I heard that your husband lost his job. Or, oh, I heard that you're looking for some kind of work. Or, hey, with all those kids, would you like a way to stay home and still bring in some extra money to the house? I can give you a packet of information about Usborne if you have any interest at all. Boom, done. Then you step back and you let them tell you what they think. And if they have a few objections, go ahead and answer them if you can. But if they have too many, I kind of take that as a signal they just don't know how to tell you no. And I always let them off the hook and say, hey, would you like to stay on my mailing list in case something changes for you in the future? And I can tell you that they almost always say yes to that because they're so grateful that I'm letting them go. But they do stay on my mailing list. And when things change for them, and it does happen all the time, they contact me because they hear from me every month. If you don't stay in contact with them, you've basically recruited them for somebody else who happens to be next to them at the moment they decide to do Usborne Books. They'll forget your name. They'll forget that you talked to them. So whoever name is in front of them at the time they're ready, they're going to contact them. So just make sure you keep your follow-up up to date. Okay, so I just wanted to share something with you, a little hindsight. I've been with the company for 21 years. I started when my kids were little, and I was homeschooling 2 of them at the time. And I needed to bring in that extra money to buy a car. It turned out that this business was way more fun than the laundry. And I had some skills and a knack for it, and I liked it, and I liked meeting people. I liked the rewards. I liked earning free books. I liked just about every aspect of it. Public speaking, not so much, but you don't always have to do that. But anyway, I stayed with it through all these years, and I was able to put 3 children through college. Every dime, every computer, every parking pass, every book, every new car they needed, not new, but every car they needed to get back and forth gas, everything they needed to get through their undergraduate degrees. And I did it with my Usborne business, every dime of it. So, you know, when the children were little and I was homeschooling them, I was hoping that they'd be really, really smart and all get scholarships. Well, they are really, really smart, but turns out homeschoolers don't get offered scholarships all the time. I wasn't, that's a long story. But anyway, so God gave us another way to pay for college, and I'm so grateful for it. My Usborne business paid for every dime of it, and that alone has been worth my career. However, my career is not over, and it continues to chug right along, and I continue to work part-time and earn significant money. And at convention this past week, they gave me a button that said that my team sold $4 million in sales last year. $4 million. Who could have known? So when I say that Usborne was one of the best decisions of my life, I truly mean it. Of course, my husband, my family, and before that, my God is more important. But this was very significant in my life. Now, last year at convention, they gave me a button that said we had a $2 million team. And I thought, yahoo, $2 million. This year, we more than doubled, because the actual number was more than 4 million. It was 4.9. So seriously, we were very close to 5 million this year. And I think by next year, we'll easily be at 10, if not 15 million. So this is a little peek into a look of an extended career with Usborne Books. Now, I'm a faithful worker. I didn't quit, and I work consistently. But this can be in your future too. But the first step is to go ahead and promote to team leader. And again, this is the end of it. But I wanted to tell you, if you have questions, and I'm sure you do, first go to your team leader and then her upline. And if you can't get an answer, you can go all the way up to me. You can contact me on the Dream Builders Facebook page. Send me a message, and I'd be happy to talk with you and give you my opinions. So thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to see all your names on that promotion list in the very near future. Have a great day. Bye-bye.